So thank you for joining this little mini course with me. Basically, what we're going to be doing here is I'm going to be showing you just what to look for, some distress, what what examples of distressed properties are. A day like this, which it's nice and sunny, you probably want to get out there and start driving and find some properties, but or walk. I mean, gas prices are crazy right now, so I mean, even getting out there and walking will work as well. So let's dive into it right here. So what we're going to be talking about is basically I'm going to let you know a little bit about me. Let's talk about the rat race. The things that we just keep doing over and over. We got to make a decision, take a risk, keys. So I'm a father of two. I started Rain City Home Buyers a few years back, just looking to do something new. So starting Rain City Home Buyers was that escape for me to start living my dreams and doing things that I really wanted to do on my own time. But you have to make a change. You want to change the things around you. You want to change the people around you. You got to start with yourself first. So that's the best advice I can give you when it comes to that. Let's talk about the rat race here. So over 60% of the population are unhappy in their work, and this is where we spend most of our time at. And I felt the same. I was there. I knew that I wanted to do something more, but also I had that fear of the unknown. Like, if I do something that is new, how will I do in that? Would I do good? Will I excel? So really trying to get yourself in a place where you really know that you're going to leap into unknown territory, and be okay with it. Be okay with whatever comes with that. But taking that risk on yourself and taking that chance to do something to achieve your dreams and goals. So I really like this quote by Tony Robbins. It's in your moments of decision that your destiny is shaped. And that's true. Once you decide that this is what you want to do, and really, it doesn't even have to be real estate. Maybe you're here and you're watching this because you're interested in generating some kind of income. You're interested in doing something different. This might just be, an escape or just something that you just want to do to try out, right? And that's totally fine as well. But make a decision, and then from there, everything kind of works itself out. All right. So this picture right here is from the first contract that I got from a house that I sold, almost 30K. It was 3 months after I quit my job. So this was huge because really I was running low in funds, but I knew that I had to keep going. I knew that I had to keep trying to break those walls down and get to that next level. I knew it could be done. And I look at this picture and it shows me that, hey, things like this can be achieved. You can go out there and find a distressed property and profit out of it. This took me really 3 weeks to get this check. So it's possible. It's definitely possible. So this is the best advice I can give you, and once again, we know gas prices are crazy. Start in your backyard. Let people know what you're doing. Whether it's IG, on Facebook, anywhere where you can let people know what you're doing. Let them know what you're doing, because you never know who they might know. You never know what kind of lead they might have for you. And you've been talking about finding distressed properties, finding people that may need help with their home, that they're going to think of you first. Don't get discouraged, and this will happen, but you have to understand that not only are you doing something new, but you're also doing something that it's going to be a little challenging. It is going to be a little challenging, but once you get going, you're going to be right on track. Make a plan and stick to it. How you do one thing is how you do everything. there's that saying, you know, you might go to the gym today and you get back home and you might not see no difference. You might go to the gym tomorrow, you get back home, you might not see no difference. Well, you won't see a difference. And that's for a while. But if you keep at it, you start seeing the results, right? You start seeing how your body starts changing. You start seeing that your habit starts changing, right? But it doesn't happen overnight, right? You have to keep putting in work. So make a plan and stick to that plan. Block out negativity, and this will come from people closest to you. You know, when people, you know, feel like they know you to an extent, they're gonna basically come at you like you can't achieve the things that you were telling them that you want to achieve. You know, they might discourage you, and they might not even do it on purpose. They just might, you know, urge that you know, stick to what you're doing. You know, be safe. You know, don't go out there trying to ruffle feathers, right? So just be aware of that, but just know that this is your journey and this is your dream and this is your goal. And you have to always keep that in the front of your mind. Manifest your life and it'll turn, and in turn it'll change, excuse me. And this is true. Really think about how, you know, you see yourself. Just really think about, you know, holding that check. Really think about, you know, calling those people and being on the phone and them saying yes. You know, really start thinking that this is the only way that this is going to work out. Is you're going to succeed. You're only going to succeed. And you know, you can think about anything, right? If it's that saying, if you can see it in your mind, you can achieve it, right? So think about what that looks like, and every day have that same attitude. Even on the days where you feel like, you know, what the hell am I doing? That's the days you really want to think about that vision of yourself being completely successful in this avenue. You know, cut out the shit that doesn't make you money. You know, TV, gossiping, distracting, you know, people, anything that's not really pushing you towards your goal any closer to it, block it out. You know, there's really no reason for you to entertain that. All right, let's head on here to the next slide. So this is important, right? Plan your drive. You know, make all the routes a hunt for homes, right? So you might be going to the grocery store, you might be going to work. Go a different way every time. You never know what you'll find. And really, a lot of the things that you'll find will be right there next to you. You just never knew they were there. So find different routes to go, and you'll be surprised on the things you might see that you might have never seen before. You know, combining with another activity. Preferably mornings is good, weekends is good, obviously, but really anytime is good, especially on days like this when it's nice and sunny out. There's a lot of people out, of course. It's a good time to go out and take a look at some properties and just get out there and not only enjoy this weather, but also find some deals. Get lost. You know, if you are in a city that you've never been at and you're looking for homes, just get lost. Just get lost in that city. And then, you know, when it's time for you to leave or go back home, that's when you put your GPS to get out of there. But get in there and get lost. Now, I'll say this, and I said it before, a construction vest. I don't know why people just, you know, they feel comfortable when they see people in a construction vest, especially if you've never been in that neighborhood. Having a construction vest will, you know, you'll get people talking to you. You might have a question about a house that you're looking at, and you know, there's nobody in there, it looks vacant. Construction vest. You know, it'll definitely get people talking to you. Sticky notes. You wanna get some sticky notes, and you know, you have your name on it, you have your phone number on it, and you're putting it on the doors, and you're letting them know, hey, I drove by, or I walked by your house. I was looking to see if maybe you would take an all cash offer. You know, the more that you can put yourself out there, the better. So this is some examples of a distressed property, right? You know, you see a full mailbox, you see a lot of junk in there. That's a good telltale. Code violations. You might not see a sticker on a house like that, but you can kind of see what code violations. If it has any of these other things on there, right? Trash all over the place, tall grass, junk cars, boarded windows, broken windows. That's most likely 9 times out of 10 that home has a code violation on it. Another good one is for rent. If you see a for rent sign, that's an opportunity. That could be a tired landlord who probably is tired of renting his house out or her house out. And that might be an opportunity for you to go in there and give them an offer on their home. A bonus one I will tell you, if you're driving on garbage days and you see that a lot of the people in that neighborhood have the garbage out, but you see some houses that might have some of these signs, when you see them, and they also don't have their garbage out, that could be a good indicator that that maybe that house is not only vacant, but people are obviously not living in it. So that can be a really good one as well for you to make contact with. So these are some apps you can use. You have PropStream, which is going to give you details on the home. It's going to give you mortgage information, when they bought it, how much they owe, what kind of equity they got. Deal Machine, which is the driving for dollars app, which is, you're basically driving in this neighborhood, you see a house, you're taking a picture of it, and you have all the information of that house there. Landglide is going to give you the parcel information of the home. But you also have some free alternatives like Zillow, Redfin, your local county, whatever county you're at, you can get the parcel information from that county website. So for example, if you were driving in King County, you would go to the King County parcel viewer, right? Snohomish, Pierce, the same thing. Go to their parcel viewer and you can put in that address and see the homeowner's name if you don't have some of these paid systems. So if you're starting with a low budget, or you're starting with absolutely no money, you can start with some of these free sources and they work just as good. So now locating the customers, I always say customer, locating the homeowners, you got some free resources, right? You have Fast People Search, FamilyTreeNow.com, TruePeopleSearch.com, White Pages, and you also have White Pages Premium if you want to pay. Facebook, Neighbors, in that community, Instagram, and any other platform that you may find where you can go on there and try to locate these homeowners. Do it, because that's the name of the game. You get in touch with the homeowner, you're either going to get a yes or you're going to get a no, but at least you got in touch with the right people, and that's the most important thing, because really data is king. So the more data you got on a specific homeowner, especially if it's a house that you see that's really distressed, you want to try to reach out and by any means and make contact with them. So marketing, if the owner's address is different, which is going to be if the property is distressed and vacant, you want to mail them. If you can't get a hold of them, you want to mail them. And if that mail is returned, or if you receive a call from the homeowner telling you they're interested in selling, or if you receive a call and they tell you to kick rocks, that's when you cease your mailing, right? But you want to continue to mail. If you're not getting it back, if you're not getting no calls, you want to continue to mail them until you make contact with them. Now, mailing can be expensive. Obviously, you have to pay for the paper, the envelopes, the post stamps. So I would try the avenues from the slide before. Just try calling them. If you can't get a hold of them, try to get a hold of a family member, right? And making contact that way. And when you make your first deal, put some of that money into mail marketing. Excuse me here. All right. So this will be in the PDF, just some information and some free links or some free trials on some of these apps that I showed you prior. And if you have any questions for me, you can reach out to me. You can email me at david@raincityhomebuyers.com, or you can reach out to me on social media on Instagram at David Buys Houses. But really, I mean, the opportunities out there, and these examples that I showed you in this course, should help you get started with just yourself, your car, or if you're walking or if you're biking, whatever, and finding properties. If you don't have some of these pay sources, you can have a pad and paper, and you can bring out there with you. You can be in front of the property, and you can ask Siri to locate your location at the moment, and boom, right there, you'll get the address of the home that you're in front of. So that's another little tip I can give you on that. But besides that, man, go out there and just take action, because the opportunity is all outside, and all you got to do is get one. All right, you guys have a good one.